The flames roared like a beast unleashed, devouring the modest home in the quiet suburb of Al-Madinah. Hassan burst through the smoke-filled doorway, his lungs burning, clutching his 5-year-old daughter Aisha tightly against his chest. "Fatima! Where are you?" he shouted, his voice cracking over the crackle of collapsing beams. Inside, Fatima, 8 months pregnant, stumbled from the kitchen, her face smeared with soot. "Hassan! The fire, it's everywhere!" she cried, clutching her swollen belly. The blaze had started from a faulty wire, but now it was an inferno, trapping them. Hassan shoved Aisha into Fatima's arms. "Take her and run. I'll get the door clear." He turned back, battling the flames with a blanket, but a beam crashed down, pinning him. "Go. Save our children," he yelled, his final words a heroic plea. Fatima screamed, tears streaming as she dragged Aisha out into the night. Sirens wailed in the distance, but it was too late. The house collapsed, burying Hassan, the man who had been their rock, a simple mechanic with dreams of a better life. All that remained was the silver locket around Aisha's neck, a family heirloom Hassan had given her that morning. "This will always protect you, my little star," he'd said with a wink. Now, it dangled like a cruel reminder as mother and daughter huddled on the curb, homeless and heartbroken. Dawn broke over the sprawling metropolis, but for Fatima and Aisha, it brought no light, only the cold bite of street life. They wandered the alleyways, Fatima's steps faltering from grief and exhaustion. "Mama, I'm hungry," Aisha whimpered, her tiny hand tugging at Fatima's torn dress. "I know, sweetheart. Just a little longer," Fatima replied, her voice weak. She leaned against a graffiti-covered wall, sliding down as dizziness overtook her. The pregnancy weighed heavily, and the loss of Hassan felt like a knife twisting deeper. Passers-by glanced but hurried on, indifferent to the duo's plight. Aisha's eyes widened in fear. "Mama, wake up!" She shook Fatima gently, but her mother only groaned. Panic surged through the child. At 5, she was too young for this burden, yet instinct kicked in. "I have to find help," she whispered to herself, clutching the locket for courage. Venturing alone into the bustling streets, Aisha dodged vendors and cars, her tattered clothes drawing stares. The city was a labyrinth of shadows, towering buildings blocking the sun, homeless figures huddled in corners. "Please, someone help my mama," she begged a street vendor, but he shooed her away. Tears streamed down her face, but she pressed on, determined not to let her family die in the dirt. Hours blurred into a haze of hunger and cold as Aisha pushed deeper into the city center. Her feet ached, blisters forming on her small soles, but she couldn't stop. "Papa said to be brave," she muttered, fingering the locket's intricate crest, a swirling pattern that seemed to glow faintly in the fading light. Suddenly, a massive skyscraper loomed ahead, its glass facade reflecting the chaos below. At the top, bold letters spelled, "Kareem Group." Aisha froze. The name tugged at a memory. Papa mentioned Kareem once, she recalled. It was during a bedtime story. There's a man named Kareem who helps people, like a guardian angel. But why? Hassan had changed the subject quickly, his eyes distant. Curiosity mixed with desperation. Maybe this was the help she needed. The building buzzed with activity, workers in suits rushing in and out. Aisha approached a security guard at the entrance. "Mister, do you know Kareem?" "My mama's sick," she said, her voice trembling. The guard knelt down, his stern face softening. "Kareem? That's Dr. Kareem, the big boss. But kid, you can't just walk in. What's your name?" "Aisha." "Please, she's going to have a baby, and Papa's gone." Her lip quivered. He sighed. "Wait here. I'll see what I can do." But as he turned, Aisha slipped past, drawn inexorably toward the unknown connection. The streets around the Kareem Group headquarters pulsed with energy. Banners fluttered in the wind, announcing the company's 20th anniversary gala. Music blared from a grand stage set up in the plaza, where dignitaries mingled with celebrities. Spotlights danced across the crowd, and the air smelled of street food, kebabs and sweets that made Aisha's stomach growl. She weaved through the throng, mesmerized. On stage, a charismatic man in a tailored suit addressed the audience. Dr. Kareem, the CEO renowned for his philanthropy. 20 years ago, I built this empire on compassion, he boomed, his voice warm yet commanding. Today, we celebrate not just success, but the lives we've touched." Aisha's heart raced. This was him, the name from her father's story. Desperation fueled her. She pushed forward, elbows flying. "Excuse me. I need to see him," she shouted, but the crowd swallowed her words. A woman nearby noticed. "Hey, little one, are you lost?" she asked kindly. "No, my mama needs help. Please," Aisha begged. The woman hesitated, then nodded. "Follow me." She guided Aisha closer to the stage, but security blocked the way. Undeterred, Aisha darted under a barrier, racing toward the spotlight. The music swelled, and Dr. Kareem's speech reached its climax. "In a world of shadows, let's be the light." Aisha burst onto the stage, a tiny whirlwind in rags amid the glamour. The crowd gasped as she collapsed at Dr. Kareem's feet, sobs racking her body. "Please, sir. Save my mama. She's sick, and we have no home. Papa died in the fire." The microphone amplified her pleas, silencing the thousands. Dr. Kareem's eyes widened in shock. Security lunged forward, but he raised a hand. "Stop. Let her speak." Kneeling, he met her gaze. "Child, what's your name? Tell me everything." "Aisha," she hiccuped. "Mama's Fatima. She's pregnant and collapsed in the alley. We lost everything. Please, don't let them die." The audience murmured, phones flashing. Dr. Kareem's face softened with genuine concern. "Where is she now?" "By the shadows, the dark street near here," Aisha pointed vaguely. He nodded to an aide. "Send a team immediately. Ambulance now." Turning back, he helped her up. "You're safe, Aisha. I'll help." As he lifted her, his eyes caught the glint of the locket. His hand froze mid-air. "That locket. Where did you get it?" "It was Papa's." "Hassan," she whispered. Dr. Kareem's world tilted. Hassan, the name echoed from his past. And the crest. It was his family's. A secret surged to the surface, threatening to unravel everything. What hidden truth had just stumbled into his life? Dr. Kareem's breath caught as he stared at the locket dangling from Aisha's neck. The crowd's murmurs faded into a dull roar, and the stage lights seemed to dim as his past rushed back. The silver locket bore the unmistakable crest of his family, a swirling falcon etched with precision, a symbol he hadn't seen since his youth. His hand trembled as he reached for it, then stopped, aware of the thousands watching. "Aisha," he said softly, his voice barely audible over the microphone, "where did your father get this?" She sniffled, clutching the locket protectively. "Papa gave it to me. He said it was special, from someone he loved." Her big eyes searched his, innocent yet piercing. Dr. Kareem's mind raced. Hassan. The name wasn't uncommon, but paired with that locket, it felt like a ghost stepping out of a forgotten dream. He waved off security again, his tone urgent. "Get that ambulance now. No delays." To Aisha, he added, "Come with me. We're going to find your mother." As they hurried off stage, an aide whispered, "Sir, the press is going wild. This is trending already." Dr. Kareem ignored him, his focus locked on Aisha's small hand in his. The locket's crest burned in his memory, a relic from a time when he was just Amir, a young medical student in love with Zara, a love his family had ripped away. The hospital's sterile halls contrasted sharply with the gala's glitz. Dr. Kareem paced outside the emergency room where Fatima was being stabilized. Aisha sat on a bench, swinging her legs, the locket glinting under fluorescent lights. He couldn't stop glancing at it, memories flooding back. "Dr. Kareem, she's stable," the attending physician announced, stepping out. "Severe dehydration and stress, but she and the baby are okay for now. She's asking for her daughter." Relief washed over him, but the locket's mystery gnawed. He knelt beside Aisha. "You're brave, you know that? Your mama's going to be fine. Want to see her?" Aisha nodded, then hesitated. "Why do you keep looking at my locket?" He smiled faintly. "It reminds me of someone I knew a long time ago." He led her to Fatima's room, where monitors beeped steadily. Fatima, pale but awake, reached for Aisha, tears streaming. "My baby," she whispered, hugging her. "You found help." Dr. Kareem stood back, observing. Fatima's features struck him, her high cheekbones, the curve of her jaw. They were hauntingly familiar. "Fatima, I'm Amir Karim," he introduced himself. "Your daughter. She's extraordinary." Fatima's eyes flickered with suspicion. "Why are you helping us? People like you don't just care." He hesitated, then said, "Your husband's name was Hassan, correct? Did he ever mention me?" Her brow furrowed. "No. Why would he?" Dr. Karim's heart sank, but he pressed on. "That locket Aisha wears, it's from my family. I need to know how Hassan got it." Fatima's grip on Aisha tightened. "It was my mother's. She gave it to him before she died. That's all I know." "Zara," he whispered, barely audible. The name hit like a thunderbolt. Dr. Karim excused himself, his composure cracking. In the hospital's private lounge, he sank into a chair, memories of Zara flooding back. They'd met in medical school, two idealistic students dreaming of saving lives. Her laugh, her fire, until his family intervened. "She's not our kind," his mother had sneered, forcing him to choose wealth over love. He'd thought Zara had left him, vanished without a trace. Now, the locket tied Hassan to Zara, and Zara to Fatima. Could it be? He pulled out his phone, scrolling through old photos he'd never deleted. There she was, Zara, smiling, the same locket around her neck. His chest tightened. Back in Fatima's room, he took a deep breath. "Fatima, I need to ask something delicate. Your mother, was her name Zara?" Fatima's eyes widened. "How do you know that?" "I knew her," he admitted, voice low. "We were close, long ago. I gave her that locket." Aisha piped up, "Is that why you look sad, Mr. Karim?" He chuckled despite himself. "You're too sharp, little one." To Fatima, he said, "I lost touch with Zara. I didn't know she had a child. Or, what happened to her?" Fatima's voice hardened. "She died when I was young. Raised me alone, said my father was gone before I was born. That's all she'd say." Dr. Karim's mind spun. Zara, pregnant, abandoned. Had his family known? "I need to confirm something," he said, signaling a nurse. "Can we run a DNA test? For Aisha and Fatima. I'll cover everything." Fatima frowned. "Why? What are you looking for?" "Answers," he replied, his eyes locked on the locket. Hours later, Dr. Karim sat in his office, the DNA results trembling in his hands. The hospital had expedited the test at his insistence. The words blurred, asterisk 99.9% probability of paternity. "Fatima is your daughter." Asterisk. He dropped the paper, his world unraveling. Zara had been pregnant with his child, and he'd never known. His family had lied, sent her away, left her to raise Fatima alone. Grief and rage battled within him. How had Hassan fit in? Was he Zara's husband after Dr. Karim's family tore them apart? He returned to Fatima's room, the results hidden in his jacket. She was sitting up, Aisha curled beside her, asleep. "Fatima," he began, "I don't know how to say this. The locket, your mother. I think you're my daughter." Her eyes flashed with disbelief. "That's impossible. My mother said my father was dead." "I thought she left me," he countered, voice breaking. "My family told me she'd moved on. But I loved her, Fatima. I gave her that locket as a promise." Fatima's hand went to her belly, protective. "Prove it." He handed her the DNA results. She scanned them, her face paling. "This can't be true," she whispered, but the locket's crest gleamed in her hand, undeniable. Dr. Karim drove through the night to his family's estate, fury simmering. His mother, Layla, greeted him in the opulent foyer, her smile faltering at his expression. "Amir, what's wrong? What did you do to Zara?" he demanded, voice like steel. "Tell me the truth." Layla's eyes darted away. "That girl. She wasn't right for you. We did what was best." "Best?" he roared. "You sent her away, pregnant with my child. Fatima is my daughter, mother. You stole her from me." Layla sank into a chair, her face ashen. We paid her to leave. Told her you'd never marry her. She was going to ruin your future." "She was my future," he shouted. And Hassan? Did you know him? Layla shook her head. Only that Zara married him later. He was a nobody, a mechanic. We thought she'd moved on. Dr. Karim's fists clenched. Hassan, his old friend, had taken in Zara, raised Fatima as his own. A hero to the end. You destroyed lives, he said coldly. But I'm fixing this. Fatima and Aisha are my family now. As he stormed out, Layla called after him, Amir, please. But he didn't look back. The locket's truth had shattered his past, and now he'd fight for his daughter's future. Dr. Karim returned to the hospital at dawn, the weight of his mother's confession heavy on his shoulders. Fatima sat by Aisha's side, the little girl asleep with the locket clutched in her hand. The sight softened his resolve, but the truth burned. He carried a leather-bound journal, its pages yellowed with age, a relic of his youth with Zara. Fatima, he said quietly, sitting across from her, we need to talk. Her eyes narrowed, still guarded. You say you're my father, but I don't know you. Why should I trust you? He slid the journal across the bed. This was mine when I knew your mother. Look at it. Fatima hesitated, then opened it. Faded photos spilled out, Zara laughing at a cafe, Zara and a young Amir, Dr. Karim, on a beach, the locket gleaming around her neck. Pages detailed their dreams, a clinic for the poor, a life together. Fatima's fingers traced Zara's handwriting in the margins. Amir, forever my heart. Her breath hitched. This locket, she whispered, lifting it from Aisha's grasp. She turned it over, revealing an engraving, A and Z, eternal. This was yours. He nodded. I gave it to her the night I proposed. My family, they lied to us both. Zara thought I abandoned her. I thought she left me. Fatima's voice trembled. She never told me about you. Only that my father was gone. Hassan raised me, loved me like his own. Hassan was a better man than I'll ever be, Dr. Karim said, his voice raw. But I want to be here now, for you, Aisha, and your unborn child. Fatima's eyes searched his. What do you want from us? A chance, he said. To be the father I never got to be. She closed the journal, clutching it. I need time. Days later, Fatima agreed to the DNA test to confirm Dr. Karim's claim, more for Aisha's sake than her own. The results came back as he'd expected, undeniable proof. Fatima stared at the paper, her world shifting. So it's true, she murmured. You're my father. Dr. Karim knelt beside her hospital bed. I know this is a lot. But I promise, I'll make things right. You and Aisha deserve everything I can give. Aisha, overhearing, tugged his sleeve. Does this mean you're my grandpa? He laughed, a tear escaping. Yes, little star. If you'll have me. Fatima's resolve softened. We have nothing, no home, no money. Hassan's shop burned with the house. Then let me start there, Dr. Karim said. Come with me. Not just to recover, but to build a life. Reluctantly, Fatima agreed. Dr. Karim arranged for their discharge, and soon they were in his sleek SUV, heading to his mansion on the city's edge. Aisha pressed her face to the window, awestruck by the sprawling estate. Is this a castle? She gasped. Fatima managed a small smile. It's too big, Aisha. It's yours now, Dr. Karim said. A fresh start. Inside, he showed them to guest rooms filled with new clothes, toys for Aisha, and medical supplies for Fatima's pregnancy. This doesn't feel real, Fatima said, eyeing the luxury warily. It's real, he replied. And it's just the beginning. Weeks passed, and the mansion became a haven. Fatima, still grieving Hassan, found solace in routine. Dr. Karim enrolled Aisha in an elite private school, where her bright mind shone. She's reading at a third-grade level already, her teacher marveled at a parent conference. Dr. Karim beamed. That's my granddaughter. Fatima, meanwhile, received top-tier prenatal care. Dr. Karim sat with her during appointments, asking questions, ensuring her comfort. You don't have to do this, she said one day, as he adjusted her pillow in the clinic. I missed 25 years, he replied. I'm not missing another second. At the mansion, Aisha raced through the halls, her laughter echoing. One evening, She dragged Dr. Karim to the garden. "Grandpa, tell me about Mama's mama." He hesitated, then shared stories of Zara, her courage, her love for helping others. "You're like her, Aisha. Fearless." Fatima overheard, her heart softening further. Maybe this man wasn't just a stranger with a title. Maybe he was family. But whispers followed them. Social media buzzed with clips of Aisha's stage plea, speculating about Dr. Karim's motives. Charity stunt or secret family? One post read, racking up millions of views. Fatima saw it and tensed. "They think we're a scam." "Let them talk," Dr. Karim said. "We know the truth." One evening, as the sun set over the mansion's pool, Fatima sat with Aisha, watching her splash with newfound confidence. Dr. Karim joined them, carrying a tray of lemonade. "Thought you might need this," he said, handing Fatima a glass. She sipped, then smiled, the first genuine smile he'd seen. "Hassan used to make lemonade," she said softly. "Said it was the taste of summer." Dr. Karim's heart swelled. "Tell me about him." Fatima recounted Hassan's warmth, his knack for fixing anything, his bedtime stories for Aisha. "He'd have liked you," she admitted. "He always said kindness is rare in powerful people." "I'm trying to prove him wrong," Dr. Karim said. Aisha ran over, dripping wet. "Grandpa, swim with me." He laughed, shedding his jacket. "Only if your mama joins us." Fatima shook her head, but her smile lingered. For the first time, hope flickered, a fragile, beautiful thing. The weight of loss didn't vanish, but it felt lighter, shared among them. That night, Fatima tucked Aisha in, the locket now on her own neck. "Mama, are we happy now?" Aisha asked. "We're getting there," Fatima whispered, kissing her forehead. Months later, Fatima's contractions began in the dead of night. Dr. Karim rushed her to the hospital, Aisha in tow, gripping his hand. "Is Mama okay?" she asked, eyes wide. "She's strong, like you," he reassured her. In the delivery room, Fatima labored with fierce determination, Dr. Karim at her side. "You've got this," he said, echoing Hassan's encouragement from Aisha's birth. After hours of effort, a cry pierced the air, a healthy baby boy. Fatima cradled him, tears streaming. "Hassan," she named him, honoring her husband. Dr. Karim's eyes glistened as he touched the baby's tiny hand. "Welcome, little Hassan." Aisha peeked in, awestruck. "He's so small. Can I hold him?" "Soon," Fatima said, laughing through tears. Dr. Karim stepped back, watching his daughter and grandchildren. The locket gleamed on Fatima's neck, a bridge between past and present. He'd lost Zara, but found a family he'd never known he had. Yet questions lingered. Could his extended family accept this truth? And what would the world say when the full story broke? The hospital room glowed with morning light as Dr. Karim watched Fatima cradle baby Hassan, Aisha perched beside her, giggling at her new brother's tiny fingers. The sight filled him with a warmth he hadn't known since Zara. But the peace was fragile, his extended family loomed, a hurdle yet to be crossed. That afternoon, he invited his siblings, Layla and Omar, to the mansion. They arrived, their faces a mix of curiosity and unease after his confrontation with their mother. In the grand living room, Fatima sat with baby Hassan, Aisha clutching her hand. Dr. Karim stood tall, the locket's truth his armor. "Layla, Omar," he began, voice steady. "Meet Fatima, my daughter, and her children, Aisha and Hassan. They're family." Layla's eyes widened, darting to the locket on Fatima's neck. "Amir, you're sure? This is sudden." "The DNA doesn't lie," he said, handing them the results. "Mother hid Zara's pregnancy, sent her away. Fatima is mine." Omar, usually stoic, softened as he looked at Aisha. "She's got your eyes, Amir." He knelt beside her. "Hey, kiddo, I'm your uncle. Want to see my car collection?" Aisha's face lit up. "Cars?" "Yes." Layla hesitated, then spoke to Fatima. "We didn't know about you. Mother, she made mistakes. Can we start over?" Fatima's jaw tightened, but Aisha's excitement softened her. "For my kids," she said. "But it'll take time." Dr. Karim exhaled. It wasn't forgiveness, but it was a start. As Layla and Omar joined Aisha outside, he whispered to Fatima, "Thank you for giving them a chance." "They're your family," she replied. "Now they're mine." Weeks later, Aisha's story had gone viral. Clips of her tearful plea at the gala racked up millions of views, with hashtags like #LocketGirl trending. The public adored her courage, but some posts questioned Dr. Kareem's motives. "Billionaire's secret daughter or PR stunt?" One skeptic wrote. Aisha, now thriving in school, had an idea. "Grandpa, I want to help kids like me, ones with no home." Her earnestness struck him. "You're right," he said. "Let's do it together." With Dr. Kareem's resources, they launched the Locket of Hope Foundation, aimed at supporting homeless children. Aisha, at 6, became its face. At the launch event, she stood on a small stage, the locket gleaming. "I was scared and hungry once," she said, her voice clear. "Now I have a family. I want every kid to feel safe." The crowd erupted in applause, cameras flashing. Fatima watched, pride swelling. "She's stronger than me," she told Dr. Kareem. "No," he said. "She got that from you, and Zara." Donations poured in, and the foundation's first shelter opened within months. Aisha cut the ribbon, her smile infectious. But whispers persisted. Some of Dr. Kareem's rivals suggested he was using Aisha's story to boost his image. The accusations stung, but Aisha's joy kept him focused. A year after the fire, the family stood stronger. Fatima, now healthy, enrolled in night classes to become a nurse, inspired by Zara's dreams. Aisha excelled in school, her foundation growing. Baby Hassan toddled around the mansion, his laughter a constant melody. One evening, Dr. Kareem gathered them in the garden, where he'd planted a tree in Zara's memory. "This is for your mother," he told Fatima, touching the sapling. "She'd be so proud of you." Fatima's eyes glistened. "I wish I'd known her better. Or you back then." He handed her the journal again, now with new pages, photos of their new life, Aisha's drawings, notes about baby Hassan. "We're writing our story now," he said. Aisha ran up, holding a letter from a child helped by her foundation. "Grandpa, listen. Thank you, Aisha, for my new bed." She beamed. "We're helping, right?" "More than you know," he said, lifting her onto his shoulders. Fatima smiled, the locket warm against her skin. The pain of loss lingered, but love had built something new. The viral videos had faded, but their story resonated globally, inspiring countless acts of kindness. Dr. Kareem's mansion buzzed with life as Aisha's 7th birthday approached. Fatima planned a small party, inviting Layla, Omar, and kids from the shelter. Aisha insisted on a cake shaped like the locket, a symbol of their journey. "It's magic," she told her classmates, who hung on her every word. At the party, Dr. Kareem watched Fatima laugh as she helped kids play games. She'd grown into her role as his daughter, though trust came slowly. "You're staring," she teased, catching his eye. "Can't help it," he said. "You're Zara's mirror, strong, stubborn, kind." She smirked. "I'll take that." Later, Aisha tugged him to the garden. "Grandpa, tell me about the locket again." He recounted the story, how he designed it for Zara, how it found its way to her, to Hassan, to Aisha. "It's more than jewelry," he said. "It's our heart." Aisha hugged him. "I'm glad you found us." As night fell, fireworks lit the sky, a surprise from Omar. The crowd cheered, but Dr. Kareem's eyes stayed on his family. The world's doubts couldn't touch this moment. On the 2nd anniversary of the fire, the family visited Hassan's grave, a quiet moment amid their bustling lives. Fatima laid flowers, whispering, "You gave us everything, love." Aisha added a drawing of their new family, including Dr. Kareem and baby Hassan. Back at the mansion, they hosted a gala for the Locket of Hope Foundation. Aisha spoke again, now confident. 2 years ago, I was scared. But one kind person changed everything. Be that person for someone. The audience stood, tears in their eyes. Dr. Kareem took the stage, his voice thick. "This locket," he said, holding a replica, "brought me my daughter, my grandchildren, my purpose. It taught me family isn't just blood, it's love, courage, and second chances." Fatima joined him, baby Hassan in her arms, Aisha at her side. "We lost so much," she said, "but we gained more. This is for you, Mama. For you, Hassan." The crowd roared, the moment live-streamed to millions. The locket story had become a beacon, proving one act of kindness could rewrite a destiny. As they stepped off stage, Dr. Kareem whispered, "Zara's watching. She'd say we did good." Fatima nodded, the locket gleaming. "We did." The end.